Hey nerds, how y'all doing today? This is Marquelon Sigler, one half of the Pool Kings here to give you my top three picks. So I know I've been out and away. If we've been watching Dragon Ranger Prime, aka Charles, take care of his picks. But I'm back today, so I'm gonna do something a little bit different this time. I want to do some. I got my three picks. I'm gonna go into that. But what else I want to do is I want to show you some interesting concepts I thought. So I actually have three books I picked that I thought had interesting concepts. They didn't necessarily make my top three, but I thought the concept's interesting. So I'm going to at least go for a number two if there's one available. So the first one I'll do is Charles Soule, Hell to Pay, number one from Image Comics. Trying to figure out how to describe this. Basically, there's this currency from hell, and these couple are trying to find it. And I don't really want to spoil too much, but that's an interesting concept. A currency from hell that's on Earth, and people are trying to find it. That's interesting. Number two, Quick Stops from Dark Horse Comics by Kevin Smith. If you're a fan of the View Askew universe, just check this out. It's funny. It's kind of the background story of how Holden McNeil from Chasing Amy, Ben Affleck's character, came up with the whole Blunt Man and Chronic comic book series. And it's just funny. If you're a Kevin Smith fan and you like Chasing Amy, Dogma, Mallrats, Clerks, any of those movies, you'll love this comic book. That's just being honest. And then we have from Boom Comics, Behold Behemoth from Tate Brownbell and Nick Rolls. I don't know what to make of this yet, but it's like the end of the world is coming, and the art is fantastic on this, and it made me want to go get a number two issue. I don't know what to make of this yet, but it did make me want to get a number two issue. So those are my three interesting concept books. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty real quick. Top three picks for the week. Coming in at number three, we have Little Monsters by Jeff Lemire and Dustin LeGuin. I'm a Lemire fan. Pretty much anything Lemire writes, I'm going to buy at this point. I didn't read Ascender Descender. It's on my to-read list. I know I'm ashamed of that, but I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. So when I saw they were doing this Little Monsters book, I jumped on it, and I really enjoyed it. It's a quiet story, but it's building. In this issue, we finally got some background information. So this is probably an issue that you don't want to miss. Number two. It was hard to put a number two spot because y'all know I love this book. X-Men Red by Al Ewing. X-Men Red number 8 by Al Ewing. All I'm going to say is Al Ewing is probably the best writer working in Marvel Comics right now. I've been on his job since the Immortal Hulk. I said Immortal Iron Man. Immortal Hulk. I followed him to Guardians of the Galaxy, Defenders, Ant-Man, Empire, whatever Al Ewing is writing for Defenders, the Ultimates, whatever he's writing, I'm pretty much going to buy. What I like about this issue is we see that everybody's always mad at Beast and X-Force and Charles Xavier and X-Men, stuff he does with the Quiet Council. What I like about this issue is we just basically look, Abigail Brand was the villain all along. She's the villain, not Warren Tackett. She's the villain all along. Check this issue out, you'll see what I'm talking about. And last but not least, it is a very pleasant surprise. I promise y'all. My number one pick, Batman 129 by Chip Zdarsky and was it Phil Jimenez doing the art? Look, I'm not one of these, Bat stands. I love Batman as much as Nick's, but I'm not a Bat stand. I'm not going to say, well, Batman should always win. That's why this story is so good. Because Batman is getting his butt kicked by one of his plans turned back on him. For you old school people who remember, like when they did Tower of, I think it was Tower of Babel, when Ra's al Ghul stole Batman's plans. This is that coming back on him. If you draw, and I think I saw Shagman Wolf said this on Twitter. Brother I walked, so failsafe can run. Batman 129 is my number one pick. Check it out.